Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. This is activity A. So again, you should be on your Gizmo page, which I'm opening up right now. And we're going to start with activity A. You should also have your Gizmo open. My suggestion is to have this video open on a tab and then have your other stuff open on another tab. So I have it's processing. I'm putting up the first video right now. I have this video over here on a tab, and then I have my Gizmo fillable document, which I'm going to be typing on, and the inheritance Gizmo open on another tab. Feel free to pause anytime throughout this activity to go back and switch between tabs and get what you need to get done. So activity A is about inherited traits, and the question we're going to be working on is, are all parental traits inherited by offspring? So does everything that your parent looks like pass it on to you? Which I think you know the answer to that, but we're going to really look at this and figure it out. Number 1 says, in sexual reproduction, 2 parents pass traits to the offspring. Create and breed a variety of aliens and record your observations below. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure you're on sexual reproduction, and you are just going to create a bunch of different aliens, however many you want. Let's do just a couple different ones. And then you put them in parent 2 and you hit reproduce. And let's see, we got a blue one with green spots. So then I would go, okay, let's maybe get rid of this one. What if we drag our wonderful parent with our blue with green spots and hit reproduce? And now we get one that is also blue with green spots. Okay, let's get rid of this one. Let's breed one that's blue with green spots and blue with green spots. And we get all blue. Okay, and then I get rid of this one and I put, let's create another alien. Maybe this one's thick and is pink and is straight antennas with stripes. And we will hit reproduce. So one of the things that I could tell you I have noticed already in mine has to do with the color. So when you're making an observation, you might want to make an observation about the color that you see happening with your offspring. Another observation I have noticed is something to do with the tattoos. So here's my parent 1, here's my offspring. You guys tell me what you notice about the tattoos between the parent, and then the offspring. What do you notice about the tattoos? Those are all things you're going to want to list in your observations. So you might say, in the red box, I noticed that, and give me some things you noticed. I pointed out a few of them that you can go back and rewind this video if you want to, but also you could fill in some of your own. So pause this video now and complete question number 1. Okay, question number 2 says, form a hypothesis. Which traits, color, size, antenna, and tattoo do you think are passed down from alien parents to their offspring, and which traits are not? So this is where you're going to go back to all those little experiments you just noticed. Which ones do you think are passed on and which ones do you think aren't? So which ones, I would say, I think that whatever ones you think are inherited from their parents. And then I think that, fill in the blank, whatever you think they are not inherited from their parents. So go ahead and pause this video now, go back and fill in question number 2. Number 3 is an experiment. So you are going to set the food supply to 2 bushes and create 2 identical parents with thick bodies, green skin, curly antennas, and triangle tattoos. So on the Gizmo, we're going to throw these ones in the hole. They're going to exit. And you get rid of the baby too. We're going to set the food supply down at the bottom of the screen. We're going to click and drag that bar to 2. And then it says that our parents should be thick-bodied, let's see, green skin and curly antennas. And the last one is triangle tattoos. And so we're going to drag one to parent 2, and then we're going to create another one that's exactly the same and put it in the parent 1 and parent 2 box. And then we're going to click reproduce. And we get a green curly antenna, thin one with no tattoos. So create 2 identical parents, make 2 offspring, and record their traits in the below. So body type, we're going to say for our first one, mine is thin, yours may be different. The skin color is green, and the antenna shape is curly, no tattoos. I'm going to hit reproduce again. And we get another thin, curly, green, no tattoos. So part 4, go ahead, go back and do that now if you need to. Part 4 says, analyze, compare the offspring traits to the parents' traits. Which traits were passed from parents to offspring? So for this one, you want to look at which ones are the same in the parent and the offspring. So here's our parents' information up here. And then our offsprings is down in the table below. So our parents had thick bodies, but our offspring both had thin. Our parents had green skin and both of our offspring have green. Whoops, I spelled green wrong. Our parents had curly antennas and both offspring have curly antennas, and our parents had triangle tattoos and none of the offspring did. So which of our traits were passed from parents to offspring? They're gonna be the ones that are the same. So go ahead and answer question 4 now. Pause this video, answer question number 4. Okay, part B says, which traits are not passed down? These are the ones that are not the same. So we want to look at our offspring compared to our parent, and there are 2 that are not the same. So in the red box down here, this is where you're going to say the traits that were not passed down are, and go ahead and fill that answer in. Hit pause now. Complete question number 4B. Underneath 4B, it says traits that are not passed down, not inherited, are called acquired traits. So these things that you get throughout your life. It's not something your parents gave to you. It's something that you maybe learn to do, or something that you acquire throughout your life. Like scars are physical traits that you have, but you're not born with them. You acquire them throughout your life. When you cut your skin, things like that, you get scars. So it says number 5, investigate further. Create offspring with a few different levels of food supply. How does food supply affect the body type of the offspring? So we're gonna do food supply back on the Gizmo. Maybe we'll do 2 and we'll hit reproduce and see what happens. So that's not very much food. And then we're gonna move it to 8 where there's lots of food, and we get, ooh, a bigger offspring now. So go back to your problem here. The food supply causes the offspring to, and fill in the rest of that sentence. What did you notice about how when you change the food supply, it changes the offspring? So here's another example. This one's 6 right in the middle, and we have a medium-sized offspring. If we give them lots of food, we have a thick offspring. Finally, number 6 says, think and discuss. Suppose a human child had a mother with dyed pink hair and a father who was missing a finger. It's like this way, missing a finger. That kind of actually looks like I'm missing a finger. He lost it in an accident. Would the child inherit these traits? So would a kid inherit dyed pink hair from their mom, or that missing finger from dad? Why or why not? So think about whether these are inherited traits or are these acquired traits? Are these things that the parents have changed to their bodies? So then you would say the child, you get to decide, will or will not inherit, how can I not spell? Inherit pink hair and a missing finger because, and then fill in the rest of that sentence. Why do you think? Is it possible for if I cut off my finger, does that automatically mean that my kid's going to be missing a finger? Maybe kind of think of it like a scar. If your parent has a big scar right here, do you inherit a scar from them? Or is it an acquired trait? Make sure you use either the word acquired trait or inherited trait in your answer for number 6. And then that is activity A.